this is game 2 of the best of 5 match between Team Solid Boys and Team Jejemon.
Team Solid Boys here on the play. If they're afraid of anything, it could... I don't know. Karsaya, how did you feel about Doggy's Kaja in game number 1?
It was okay. He is actually confident enough to pull off a Flicker Divine Judgment combo, and usually will not mind even if it's a tank or whatever. But I guess they had it in communication range, regardless if it's tank or squishy one. But yeah, I think overall I would commend Doggy's Kaja.
Your team is
okay. I was wondering if
very confident about it.
Yeah, I was wondering if it was worth banning, but not sure here. That's why I'm asking. Solid Boys first ban gonna be the Thams, while Jejemon takes out Kram's Kufra. Definitely, I agree. Kram's Kufra, very scary stuff. Even maybe Arbus Kimmy, right? I think that's something that Jejemon should watch out for, if not pick up themselves, the Kimmy.
Well, they just want to respect the Claude. We haven't seen Claude so far in a whole day and a whole night tonight. At all, yeah. Let's see what's gonna be the next ban in here by Team Jejemon. Knowing that Team Solid was the first pick, what might be their winning hero a while ago? We could say it's Ufra too, but it's already banned, so... Kimmy, I'm not too sure if it's even worth banning, to be honest. I think it's just that the Team Jejemon
team is picking.
Okay, they banned out the Yuzhong instead.
First pick Esmeralda
the power
again.
Of this hero.
No, I feel like Yuzhong
is...
Yeah, Yuzhong is very 50-50, I still think.
Same thoughts. I like that Esmeralda first pick. Go for it, why not? But no, they would... They're gonna be changing to whatever worked for them a while ago. So sure, why not?
Yeah,
if it worked, why go for it?
Tan was going crazy with that. Tan had fun with the Uranus earlier. So that's a good pickup. Jejemon though, would be a mistake for them to let go of the Esmeralda. Take it here now. Take it, guys. Take it. And possibly even take an Atlas.
They're
and
not
then go
showing.
for the second... Yeah. Go for the Esmeralda Atlas. Or Esmeralda... Oh, Tan is banned. Esmeralda Atlas. And then go for the Lancelot ban. Oh no, what is this? Masha?
Masha. Yeah, it is a Masha. Looks like they wanna go for a split pusher. Who can join team fights ASAP. Seems like Solid Boys is really circling around that Louis play. Right? They've been picking this Louis consistently without getting a respect from any of the teams that they had match up against today.
Your team is banning.
You're right.
Carries.
You're right. Now the core comes out for Team Jejemon, the carry. That's pretty safe. I mean, we haven't seen carry much today.
Just
Team
one?
Jejemon, though,
I think this is the second.
Yeah, just once. Banning out the Ling. They need a tank, so ban out the Hylos. Call it a day. That's it. Or the Johead. Ban out the Johead. Popol Koopa still out too. So there's a lot. There's a lot on the table.
Your team.
They heard you. What?
Yeah.
The first hero that you mentioned, Hylos.
No.
Pretty straightforward in terms of making use. Yeah. What was that?
Yeah. The reason why I said Hylos is because there's so few tanks in the meta right now. There's literally 3 of them. Hylos, Atlas, and Kufra.
Atlas.
Right? If you take them out, that's it. Like, you're kind of stuck. So you're forced here to play the Johead.
For sure. But okay now. So far, Team Jejemon going for almost the same lineup like they did a while ago. So far, they don't have a frontliner. But okay. Let's see here. Lancelot is okay, sure, why not? Just gotta be careful on the knockbacks that Ako si Doggy might do on this buddy.
Lancelot.
Seems like Doggy is done playing Kaja, right? I mean, I don't want to play Kaja
totally
anymore. Let's go other.
It's totally open
and
Your team is picking.
Yeah, it's only open and he just did not touch it at all. So there you go. Team Solid Boys finishing up their lineup with a Lancelot and a Kaja. I like this. Sorry, a Lancelot and a Jawhead. I like this. This is a solid lineup. Very in your face. How will Team Jejemon answer back? They need a frontliner. One more frontliner.
Yeah, they definitely need one. What if they don't pick up a tank? I wonder if they're gonna go for a fight. That's what they did a while ago in the first game. Okay, Grok, for sure. We forgot about the Grok. Why not? Oh, Popol and Koopa is what they want to take. Okay,
Makes
they got no
sense.
solid
I mean,
frontliners.
Yeah, no, it's the concept again of the tank that has a long life bar split in two. So that's essentially what Popol and Koopa is.
Okay, for sure. Let's see though, because still for me it's still kind of different, because if the player targets not Koopa and it's Popol, Popol is just basically dead together with the Koopa. But it will just again just boil down on how they're gonna be execute everything. We saw a good match a while ago between these two teams in game 1. Definitely it's going to be hard to guess who's gonna win this match again. But let us know in the live chat, guys. Maybe this time try to not look at who's playing, just to try to look at the draft. I know you guys are super fans of these heroes.
I like to look at the heroes. I just like to look at the lineups, and based on that, Kesaya, I'll say Solid Boys. Solid Boys are just more. It's a safer lineup. Again, the Lancelot can pop off. Level 4, everybody's online. They're ready to go. The carry is just not. It's just not ready to fight as soon as Lancelot. So with that being said, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Game number 2. It's going to be Team Solid Boys versus Team Jejemons. And if Solid Boys this match point, it's crazy. They're that close to being the Philippines national champions for the Creator Games.
Yeah, for sure. And yes, look at that invade coming up from Masha. No, I think she's just hiding. She's just hiding or going for a reset. In here in Mobile Legends Bang Bang, reset doesn't even always matter, especially for the buffs, because the path or the reset position of the buffs aren't that far enough. But yeah, oh, look at that. First blood going to Solid Boys, and it was Esmeralda who died into the hands of the Uranus. Wow. Wild.
Mr. V here, he knew exactly how much he could surprise Changu there. And Nakil, gonna flicker out. Hold up, can they punish this Valir? He's way too forward. Oh no! Oh, short of one! Nice rotation by Eds. Able to take the lead now, 2-0, about 1,000 in under 2 minutes.
Yeah, for sure. And 2-0, just like what you have mentioned a while ago, this is something that Solid Boys can capitalize. Stan gonna go online even if just one assist in his pocket, and no, he will get a kill within 2-minute game time. 1-0-1 for the Lancelot. It is good news for him, and they maybe even be able to take down the crab down bot and even take down an overextending Rene J. Rene J, what are you gonna do? You are cornered by 3 members on the side of Team Solid Boys, and yes, you will fall down.
Okay, so if there's anything that's good about what Team Jejemon is doing, is that Tira hasn't died. So as long as Tira is not dying as often as everyone else, maybe there's hope.
There's hope, but position in the map will be lost anytime soon if Team Solid Boys take down this tier 1 turret on the bot side. I think the problem in here really is that, well, Tira is not yet online. Of course, there's no damage as of yet, not much damage as of yet coming from the carry. So they have to wait for his power spike to happen. Potentially, well, if we see the item later on, maybe he doesn't have a main attack item as of yet. But yeah, we just gotta wait and see, because we can't deduce anything from what has happened so far as of yet, because this is just almost 3-minute game time.
Yep. And Tan already got his Raptor Machete, and Tira struggling to keep his own purple. First turtle up, sorry, his own buff. His own purple. First turtle, it rhymes. Up now. I wonder if Team Jejemon can contest. Ooh! Renegade getting bursted down by Arbe. Oh, he disengages. We're fine.
They're waiting in the bushes now. In here, they don't
Death
want to
bush,
take.
death bush.
Yeah, Death Bush. It is Tira though is the next target. That is the marksman that Team Jejemon might be needing later on. And fortunately enough, yes, he was able to dash away, but that will allow maybe Solid Boys to even get a position onto that turtle, and they will get even 2 kills before going for the next objective. They just have to be careful on MLA on this one. MLA, I don't think it's a good time for him to go for a steal because he might just end up dying. But let's see. Atlas checking the bush now, and DS, they will take it. Whoa. Whoa,
Tira,
whoa.
possibly a couple steps behind Tan, just built his own Raptor machete. Cram here, sneaking up onto MLA. Here we go. He does not pull the trigger on the Fatal Link, still on cooldown. But MLA visited here by the Lancelot. Tan gets another 303 is what this Lancelot is looking like. Ladies and gentlemen, Solid Boys, they are more aggressive now than ever. What's going on, Kaisaya? Is this their holy hour, 10:30 p.m.?
Why not? I mean, I don't know. I'm finding something else to connect to that holy hour, but I couldn't find any. Maybe when the Lord
Nothing,
comes out
no.
and they take it.
That's why.
Nothing. I'm so
That's why
sorry.
it doesn't. That's why it doesn't make sense, because I don't know what's making them so strong. I mean, we saw earlier they had quite a similar lineup, right? They had the same types of heroes. They had the Luo Yi, they had the Uranus, but they were not this dominant. They're just picking fights, and every single time they go unpunished. Still no deaths 5 minutes in.
Yep. And I think it's now them finally playing more mindful, because a lot of bush plays being placed by Team Solid Boys right now. But look at that. Oh, they found Doggy. They're gonna force them to back away, but I think we have a 1v1 going on to the top side. Mr. V is quite Mr. V is quite losing with a slither of health, but I think he popped his ultimate out. But we're not seeing that guy, so it's just to take a look at the minimap.
Ooh, hold up, nice, trying to catch the hero off guard with the diversion, and they get him. Knuckle almost dropping as well. Kaisaya, are you a believer now in Luo Yi?
I am, if it's in the hands of Team Solid Boys, because they have found out how to make this Louis works onto a team setting. And it just works so well that they know where to teleport to, right? In
Yep.
and out.
Oh no,
They got a good
Renegade
sense of-
here.
Macro play.
Wow, that was picture perfect. Tira had no chance. Tira was like, hold up, I was just farming. What are you guys doing here? And he just gets deleted. Just eviscerated by Tan and the rest of the gang. 403 now. Tan is at level 11. Tira at level 9. He's down 2 levels from the opponent's core. And Renegade here. Wow. Hold up. Renegade, Mr. V, he wants more. He wants to get the execute in. Oh no, too late. He got bursted down by Nakil.
Yeah, but I think Team Solid Boys is gonna make a counter objective in here onto the mid side, wherein they have taken down the tier 1 turret in the mid. And do take note that Lancelot is still online, having no deaths at all. Even Louis. So
Oh, yeah.
that's one big factor. But the question
Lancelot
in here,
is-
okay, there's
More than just online, right? What is the question here?
the question in here is that when is this carry is gonna go online? Look at that. He only got so far the a boots and of course a jungle item. He must. I think we're still waiting for the other attack item that he might build in here. Not too sure what it's gonna be, but
He's about 2/3 into the endless battle. 2/3, but nonetheless, that's far off. As MLA here threatens Arbe, gets the kill, but he goes down himself. Might not have been worth it in the long run.
It seems like Solid Boys doesn't want this carry to go online any further because they just keep on pressuring every lane and going objective on their place.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's what you do when you're on the losing side, right? You avoid team fights and you essentially just split push. You force your opponent to answer the way you fight objectives. But nonetheless, 10-2, down about 6,000 gold. Tira only died once, so I'd say it's still looking okay for this carry, and Team Jejemon might still have this.
You know what? If this game doesn't end early or up to mid, Team Jejemon might still be able to go for a comeback, especially when that Esmeralda and that Tira is already online. So basically, Chang U and Tira, it's gonna be an easy team fight already. But they just have to avoid the deaths, just like what we saw a while ago on the top side.
So you're saying
So
Solid Boys lineup might expire compared to Jejemon, because the Jejemon here, they are super late game. Is that what we're saying here? Because
yes.
so at what point is that? 15, 16 minutes? But not if they
Maybe
keep dying.
15.
Yeah, but not if they keep dying though, right?
Yes. And I think the problem in here is that this Sasha and of course the Esmeralda is somehow, getting caught off guard. Not too sure, overextending, not being aware of the map, I don't know. But yeah, what I'm trying to say in here is that Team Jejemon got a chance late game time. But make it even easier for you guys by not dying and getting caught up by any of the members of Team Solid Boys, because Solid Boys got the money right now, they got the gold right now to punish you if you overextend. To make your life easier in going for a comeback, to avoid dying and getting picked off.
Yeah, and even if we go into the late game, it's very much possible that Tan is able to burst down Tira. It comes down to as simple as that, like split seconds, Kaisaya. Because again, Tan's kit on the Lancelot able to just disappear from the map. How do you hit basic attacks on that, right? So they continue here to dominate the lanes. Solid Boys pushes down bottom. And what is Changu doing? He seems to be off position. Look at this. In the middle of... Oh, wow. They barely missed on him. Oh my god, they barely missed.
Yeah, and now they're going for this door take. Because they do not have a marksman in their lineup, there's a chance for Jejemon to steal this or not, but they're not in that position, so this will be a free lord for themselves. And Chang-U looks like he will be a casualty, but thank God there's some mobility for him to dash away back to safety. And yeah, this is another lord in the hands of Team Solid Boys. And if they do not put this into waste, like if they allow the lord or themselves to take an objective, be it a turret in either sides of the map, it's something again that will allow them to even further up the lead that they got.
Yeah. No. Here's what's interesting, guys. It's actually the first lord of the game. So the way that Team Solid Boys has been going, they've been going so fast, it feels like the game is much longer than it actually is, but we're barely at 12 minutes. So this is the first lord, and you're right. Team Solid Boys, the way that they should do this is make sure that the lord helps them take at least one side of the map, like penetrate all the way. Yeah, definitely. But Tira picks up his golden staff, so now he's 2 core items in, and Tan just picked up his purple. He's short on an orange, totally ignores his own, and I think he's going to start pushing. So this is good, because they're listening to what we think here, and there's the orange right there. It shows itself. That's Tira's orange, but he's gonna take it.
Orange, red, whatever, guys. But the lord is already here on the top side, taking down the inhibitor turret. I think he's gonna fall down anytime soon. Mr. V forced to back away. That's Spider. Oh, look at that! Basha will fall down onto the hands of the Jawhead. And they would want to get this inhibitor turret on the mid side as well. Jawhead though will fall down onto the hands of the Esmeralda. Being chased down as well is the Lancelot. Double kill for that Esmeralda. Is he going online? Yes, he is. But look at that life of that face on the side of Team Jejemon. Close to end, but not much, because that was just the first horde, right? And yeah,
they may have forced the fight Yeah, they may have forced the fight Kisaya on the wrong people. Because Team Solid Boys, they sacrificed 3 members for 2, and that third push up top. I think it could have gone way, way better for Team Solid Boys. Because who they kill? They killed Renegade and they killed Doggy. And those are not your best targets, right? You should have gone for MLA. You should have gone for Tira.
Look at this.
Or even Nakil. Shaw Softer. Oh, wow, there you go. First kill for our carry. And it's still looking good.
Man, we are approaching the 15-minute game time, and this is somehow, we can call the expiration of the lineup of Team Solid Boys, because Tira is going online, Esmeralda is going online, and the tankiness of Solid Boys doesn't even matter anymore for Tira, that carry. Although Team Jejemon doesn't have a solid front line, it can be a pseudo tank in the form of the Esmeralda or the Popol and Koopa on the hands of Doki. So they have to be very careful. I think they must they must get 1 member in here on the side of Team Jejemon if they want to make it. But look at this. It seems like another skirmish is going to be happening next. Go ahead, Leo.
Tan tried to dive deep into Tira, but it's not gonna work out. Kram taken out here, an assassination by the carry. Oh, they all got sucked into the rotation. Ed's just going to be responsible for that. Great activation here by the Luo Yi. Another, a triple! Tira and ML are the only ones left. Kaisaya, this is big because Lord is coming up in 10 seconds.
You know what happened? Tira was peeled off. He wasn't able to free it. But if Tira was able to... Oh, look at that. He got scared by that ultimate cameo from Ed Spell. Yeah, but anyway, what happened there was that Tira wasn't able to free it on that skirmish that happened in the riverbed side of the map. And that was put into waste. I mean, the power of Tira was not utilized by Team Jejemon just basically because he was shoved away and not able to free it at all. And it became, in the end, Team Solid Boys skirmish.
Yeah, very much threatened by Tan. Tan has been trying to go into Tira's personal space for at least the past minute before this big team fight broke out. And yeah, I think this puts Team Solid Boys back in a very beneficial place. Like they are definitely ahead here, and with that 3-for-1, it puts them in another spot for another free lord, and this time it's a much bigger lord. I believe it is now the level
It's a
2
stronger
lord.
one, basically.
So yeah, with that being said, here Team Jejemon, they need to mount a bigger defense, a much bigger defense. They have to be more careful.
And they need to watch out for the carry even more. The carry will be definitely their light of hope for the team fights that might happen, making sure that this hero or this player will not be peeled off in any way in the team fights, because it's just gonna be an easy damage for the carry, no matter how tanky their target is on the side of Team Solid Boys.
Yeah, so how are you feeling this lineup with no tanks? Like we keep talking about Tira having to survive, like protect the carry. Is this lineup that's just all over the map, but just the same, lacking frontliners enough? Or should they really have invested in an actual tank?
I think they should still have invested on an actual tank like that of a Grok. Was he even banned? I forgot. Did he get banned on the second game? I think not.
No, they were thinking possibly Grok, but they said, you know what, Popol and Koopa. And I think I would have thought the same way twice. Like I would have also considered, hey, maybe Popol and Koopa. So that's the way they did, and it's their bed. They gotta lay in it now.
Yeah. Now although they got the potential to still win skirmishes, it maybe they can just make their life easier if there's really a real frontliner solid tank to protect this this carry. Although yes, carry is mobile, but in comparison to other marksman, she got lesser range, right? And with that, being able to free hit because there's no one with him to watch out for him, it's gonna be a wasted damage from the carry.
Yep. And I think it's Eds who's so far untouched. So Eds might as well be the core here. And
Louis.
again, yeah, Luo Yi, especially with items, very, very lethal. Nonetheless, we go back into the game here. Yeah, so far it looks like Team Solid Boys was not able to capitalize on that big trade. Lord still stands here, 15 minutes in. It's a Luminous Lord, and I don't know. Are they starting it? Is this a dance? A weird dance? Because Renegade is far off top. Changu here is waiting in the shadows. I wonder who can stop him if he does go for the steal.
Chang'u in here onto the backside. Pretty sure Team Solid Boys know that, but they're all healthy still. Looks like this is gonna be a big. We have the team fight happening now. Masha will fall down. Team Jejemon, one member down for themselves. But look at that Tan getting the shield that he needs. But then again, will fall down onto the hands of the Esmeralda. We have a pause request coming from the Uranus,
Hold up.
and that's coming
Yeah,
from
you're
the side
right.
of Team Solid Boys.
That's very interesting because I saw Tan just standing there. So I think that might have been a misunderstanding. Maybe one of the members of Team Solid Boys was not ready for the resume. And I don't know. Did you see that? Tan just stood there, right? Tan just stood there. And then
I didn't. Yeah, did not see
essentially,
that. No.
maybe Popol and Koopa went in for the bite. And again, when Popol and Koopa goes for the bite, that's almost always for sure 3 or 4 seconds worth because of the all mask and because of the focusing strike and because of his skills. But nonetheless, that was an interesting trade. I would not take that any day. Rene J for Tan, not in this setup because Rene J is an offlaner and Tan is the core. And that was another shutdown on Tan. So I'm feeling here for Team Solid Boys. They might be in trouble.
Yeah, they might be in trouble, especially that Team Jejemon is already positioned in the mid side to take the turret down and push. And of course, this is almost, I think, 15-minute game time. Correct me if I'm wrong. And yeah, they might be able to take down two or three turrets in the mid side. Am I right? There were three turrets in the mid. Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, but definitely we're gonna go back into the game. Hopefully things have gotten figured out by now. And yeah, definitely still interesting
go.
how Tan just stood there. But again, he might have just been bitten down by the dog. And yeah, Team Jejemon here, a little braver this time around. Gonna go for the Lord.
But look at how Team Solid Boys is cutting off the minion waves on the mid and the bot side. Making sure that even if
bottom
they lose
penetrate?
this fight in the Lord. Looks like that Ram, I think he will fall down. Yes, indeed, in the hands. Oh, look at the pace of Team Jejemon! They need to back away!
Arbe! Arbe wants to be lethal!
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
That was close.
My oh
That was
my.
close.
That was close indeed.
Alright, so now Doggy picks up his all mask. So finally he has the ultimate stun. He has the ultimate lockdown. And I think they need to visit Lord. They need to check out Lord. Ooh, Changu almost got it. Changu almost started it up.
Yeah, and well, that's something that we would love to share, of course, those who are casually just playing Mobile Legends Bang Bang. If you are not too sure about winning a specific team fight, and it's a 4v, for example, 4v5 situation against your opponent, what your other team can do is to cut the minion waves so that your opponent cannot go for a push, and that's what we saw happening a while ago when the Johead not just going for a cut of minion waves but even going for an attempt to take down the base of Team Jejemon.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
gonna be definitely
No
a
doubt.
hero. Oh yeah,
No doubt. No doubt. I think if you left if you left Arbe there for like a couple more seconds, it would have been over. Like I do believe that Arbe has the damage output for that.
For sure. What more if it was a Cho? We can remember a lot of good backdoor plays by a Cho player. I just can't recall. I think that was from a different, it's from a different big league here in the Mobile Legends Bang Bang scene in the Philippines. And maybe that just didn't happen. Maybe there are some unseen situations wherein a backdoor would really happen because just basically the teams weren't that mindful on how the minion waves were flowing.
And now another challenge here, another mountain for both of these teams to conquer. It's the Lord still standing. Oh no! There's only one turret left for Team Solid Boys. It's gonna be hard for them to make this decision, this call to say where do we pick the fight, guys? Shall we protect mid? Shall we watch out for the other lanes? Or do we try to take Lord?
And then again, also Team Solid Boys got a... Oh, let's look at the team fight happening on the top side. Arbe, super low on HP. He might fall down. Oh, yes, he did fall down. It was an off-cam kill, but obviously if you look at the HP bar on the left and right side, it's Arbe that was on a losing side. So they got one member down on the side of Team Solid Boys. They won't be able to do what happened a while ago wherein they are going for the clash and Arbe is going for a split push. No, looks like that is not gonna happen. Because look at that, Masha going for a split push on the top. Lord is reset. 1v1. He's really gonna go for the 1v1. Teleport available.
Oh no, Tan wants to start. Tan wants to start. Wants to end what Ed started. And yeah, no, this is what's the problem here for Solid Boys. If you try to chase too many goose, you end up with no eggs, and that's exactly what happened here.
Oh!
They lost out. They lost out on the Lord. They're gonna lose Tan, popping his immortality. And there you go. Hold up, waiting for a fatal link. They get one. MLA might be the victim, but Arbe was just a little too far. The damage output was a little short. Is that an immortality pop? Yes, MLA's immortality. And now the Lord gonna be giving some time for Jejemon to finish that push by Renegade.
Well, Team Jejemon are requesting for a pause in here, not too sure why, but they got the lead so far on this match. They even got the Lord. They have a potential to end this game already. I do believe so. Because, you know, we already mentioned, this is late game time. Esmeralda is online. Kari is online. In terms of taking objective, it's just going to be a, you know, one snap of finger. Yes, it's going to be ending anytime soon. For the moment, this Kari touch that base of Team Solid Boys. But Solid Boys, I don't know what they can do. They might play some miraculous plays in here again. I don't know.
Yeah.
We just
No, I
can't
think
call.
what's been bothering Team Solid Boys here is the fact that they don't know how to answer Renegade. Renegade is putting out such a big problem for Team Solid Boys, and if they fight 4v5, they're not even sure if they can win. But if they defend Renegade, they lose out on so much more of the map. So it's such a conundrum for Team Solid Boys here. And again, if you just send Arbe, then he dies to Renegade. Like that's almost always confirmed, right? So
Yeah. There's just a lot of
I
sustain
don't
for
know.
the Esmeralda.
I think this is their expiration date. Like, legitimately, I think Team Solid Boys lineup may have expired, given that Tira is now online. He picked up his items, and Renegade has done enough of a good job on the map to essentially force a defense from Team Solid Boys. Maybe it's time for Solid
They
Boys
got a
to go
good
for
start,
the
though.
split push. Yeah, good
Yeah, they got
start,
a good
but what do you
start.
think?
I don't know. I just want to call it like because it's already the time for for Kari and Esmeralda. It's really that it's their time to shine already. They got the Lord as well. Not even they got Koopa. So this is gonna be a 7 versus 5 team fight setting anytime soon, and the death timers are becoming heavy. But what can maybe the question in here is that what can Team Solid Boys do? How they're gonna get that carry on the back line? Who are they gonna
Mhm.
send? Is it uh is it the Jawhead? But if he goes on the backside, there's just a lot of heroes on the side of Team Jejemon's waiting for him as well to protect
It's
the
usually
carry.
it's usually Tan. It's usually Tan. Right, Tan is usually the one who goes in, but even that feels wrong to me. Like I feel like if it's Tan you send in the back line, the potential for it failing is so high, and again, if you lose your core as Team Solid Boys, you just go downhill. Like remember, every single time Tan would die in the past 2 or 3 team fights, it just does not bode well for Team Solid Boys. So that's the reason why their expiration date came so soon and so definitively, right? Like for sure, you know that Solid Boys are now in trouble.
They are. They literally are. Um, because they waited until the late game. They weren't able to end the game as early as possible and have allowed Esmeralda and Kari to go online. And anytime soon, we might, maybe as we resume, we don't know. This might be even Team Jejemon's game already, and we will end up on a 1-1 score. And to those who are fans currently watching to support Solid Boys and Team Jejemon, you don't have to worry because this is a best of 5 match anyway. It's gonna be pretty interesting because both of the teams will get a chance on still making a comeback for themselves.
Mm-hmm. And as we wait for this game to come back, again, it's game 2. We are in the middle of game number 2. Kaisai, I gotta ask you, are you like? I just gotta ask, who do you think is gonna take it? Because we're far from the game point, right? And we're far from the end of this series. It's a best of 5. We barely have one game in. Who do you think is going to take it now, given this performance in game number 2? Are you seeing
I mean, who's
Team
gonna be
Jejemon
the my bet?
yes, the national champion, the national champion? Yes.
Oh man, that's now that I gotta tell you, that's hard question. That's hard question right now because they're pretty even in terms of what they're showing in this game. They're both experienced as a team, but if I just gotta choose one, I think I'll just go for Solid Boys because
Okay.
they're solid as a team. And I'm pretty sure they will, if they lose this game too, they can learn it that easily. They can learn from that mistake easily, wherein they have allowed the carry to go online and they have waited for the late game to happen. So yeah, that's my take. But it could even go into a 3-2 score. I believe so. How about you, Leo? I have to return the question to you. You're being mean to me. You keep on asking me hard questions.
Hey, it's a hard day's
Hey,
work,
hey.
and these are questions that come into my mind because I want to know what you think. I do believe that the Solid Boys have it in them to go for the sweep. It's just sometimes they let go and they get a little careless, but not as careless as the Jejemons could be. Right? We've seen the Jejemons become so careless that they lost a series. But the way that Solid Boys have been playing, sometimes they let go. Like in this matchup right here, right? They were off to a great start. They let go somewhere in the late game, and I'm still hoping that they can pick it up. All it takes is one good team fight, one turnaround. That's all that they need here. But nonetheless, I agree with you. I think it is possibly Solid Boys.
Yeah, seems like you wanna end this in a 3-0 score because
No.
it has no, I'm just it has been a
By
long
no
day,
means,
but
like, if it's a good fight that we want, then by all means let it come. But
let's get our coffee.
yeah, I still
Second
do
coffee of
believe
the
that.
day.
Yeah, I still believe that the Solid Boys could pull through. Because again, it comes down to discipline. It comes down to really choosing your fights and saying that like we can still do this and not letting go.
Yes,
If
we
there's
can
anything
still
that
do this.
Jejemons, yeah, if there's anything that the Jejemons have ahead of them or like they have an innate advantage is their creativity in the draft. You notice that Team Jejemons, they have a deep hero pool. They're able to do a lot more, right? So, Team Solid Boys, maybe cookie cutter, maybe fundamentals, but nonetheless, they're very disciplined, they're very skilled. So back into the game here, guys. Saya, what's going on?
Okay, what is going on? And we can see so far, the Lord is on the side of Team Jejemon. They took down another member for the side of Team Solid Boys. And Solid Boys are left with just fighter, tank, and we got Eds as well. And oh, by the way, Louis is 806. I did not notice that. They need
Yeah,
what
and
more if
there
they
was-
shot down the Louis.
Yeah, and apparently there was a fight that maybe possibly happened because Tan was dead in Arbit too. So look at this now, Lord crashing down onto the top lane. Down it goes. Team Jejemon penetrated Solid Boy's base already, even maybe from the bottom. So now they're mirrored, Kaisaya. They're mirrored. Tira here, looking low. So does Nakil. They can force this, but they should not be sour. Oh no! Oh, I think it's over. I think it's over. This is it.
It is.
Yeah, game number 2 goes to Team Jejemon again. Quite an anticlimactic end.
Again.
We discussed everything under the sun, and then we come back in less than 2 minutes, and it's over. So nonetheless, that is going to be game number 2. 1-1 is our score. Team Solid Boys seems to have dropped the soap and now face the consequences. Man, I could only guess as to what went wrong during those pauses, but nonetheless, we have ourselves a tie game. 1-1. 2 more wins for either of these teams to take it home, to call themselves the Philippine national champion in the Creator Games. Gotta ask you, Isaiah, MVP here.
I think I'm gonna give the MVP to Tira for waiting his online. I to be honest, I can't call anyone to be the MVP, but because they equally contributed something in this team fight or on this game for them to take the win. But yeah, maybe I'll just give it to either the Esmeralda or the carry, because they're the one who's getting punished early game time, but then I waited for the right time patiently for them to go online. So I'm gonna give it to either of them.
Possibly here's another take on that. Maybe it's also Renegade on that Masha, able to be a distraction long enough to force Team Solid Boys to play the defense and pay attention to their lanes. Right? That's also possible, because the turnaround would not have happened if the lanes were not as pushed as deep. And I think Masha by Renegade was very much responsible. So yeah, I think this is one of those few times that the Solid Boys were starting to fall off. There you go. Some kills from Eds, but again, it's not the Luo you want to start going crazy with. You want Tan, and Tan started to go down here as well.
Yeah, there were like 2 moments wherein Solid Boys could have ended the game. A while ago in this one. But tables have turned around because it's pretty much late already. Look at that. 21-minute game time on this one. As we end it. And yeah, it was just basically the time for that Jejemon to